Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Max and today I'm going to be sitting down and talking to you about how I cleared my acne. Now I've been through some serious skin struggles over the years. My skin's kind of been up and down and I feel like at the moment it's in a place where I'm happy, fingers crossed. And there's quite a few products that I changed in my routine, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what helped me, and hopefully by talking about this, if you guys have some of those concerns, it can help you as well. So I'm going to be splitting it down into a few different sections. I'm going to have cleansers and then I'm going to have serums and moisturizers. So without further ado, if you want to see how I cleared my skin, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've been thinking about sitting down and doing this kind of video for a little while now. Like I said, my skin has been through it over the years. Now, of course, for the purpose of this video, I am not wearing any makeup on my skin. It wouldn't make sense, in my opinion, to make a video dedicated to how I cleared up my skin if I was going to sit here with makeup on. So this is my skin in all of its glory. I know it's not perfect, but it definitely is a lot better than it used to be, and my breakouts have been severely reduced. And I think one of the main things that I was doing was just changing my products a lot. Having a staple skincare routine, something that your skin can get used to, does really help. I do change my products occasionally, but it would just be one product, trying a different one rather than changing every serum, moisturizer, cleanser and that kind of thing, you know, gradually changing products instead. So I will try and insert some pictures of what my skin was like up here somewhere. It really did get to a point for me where I felt uncomfortable to be out, especially without makeup on. Even with makeup, you know, it's just so hard to hide texture. Texture is one of those things that, you know, even if you can hide your redness, the texture is always going to be there in the light, and that's something that bothered me, and texture really was my main problem that I wanted to fix. I feel like now, you know, I do get breakouts, I'm not going to lie to you. My skin isn't perfect, and that's not what this is about. It's just that it has cleared up so much that I wanted to sit down and explain to you what really helped. So first of all, let's just talk about my skin type, so you will know that if you have a similar skin type, this could be something that helps for you. Now, normally my skin is quite oily. I'm half Italian, so my skin does get really oily throughout the year, but I do also get some dry patches and it is very sensitive. So I've got to use products that aren't too strong. You know, there were quite a few products I got recommended by other people, but they personally just did not work for me because they irritated my skin. So let's start with cleansers. We'll start with my morning routine and then go on to the nighttime routine. So for the morning, because I do such a big cleanse in the evening, for the morning I just want something very gentle. So I will normally go ahead and shower. I normally shower and wash my hair every morning, but I don't wash my face in the shower. Now the reason I don't do this, I actually think this is a tip that I saw from Tati, is just because your shampoo and everything can get onto your skin, and then, you know, even after you've cleansed, and then it could, you know, break you out and affect your skin that way. So I wash my hair, push it back, and then I go to the sink and I will cleanse my skin. And the cleanser that I've absolutely fallen in love with is this from CeraVe. Now this is the hydrating cleanser. They do two cleansers, I believe, the hydrating and the foaming cleanser. This is my favourite. It contains 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Now I will move on to, or more on to hyaluronic acid again in a minute, because it really is my holy grail product at the moment. But this is so gentle, and you don't need a huge cleanse in the morning, because if you take care of your skin at night, then you're kind of just washing off the dirt that's accumulated while you've been sleeping. So I will always cleanse with this. I do a single cleanse with that, and that is it for the morning for cleansing. Now we'll move on to the next step, which I would do, which is serums and moisturizers. Now for the morning, morning and night, I always go in with a hyaluronic acid serum. Now just because your skin is oily does not mean it does not need hydration, and that was one of my main problems before. I was using a lot of products which were for acne and for people who get spots and to clear up spots, and those products are so strong. They may work in the short run if you want to clear a breakout or two, but in the long term you don't want to be sticking on those products. I personally wouldn't, because my skin is too sensitive. So this is the product that I've absolutely fallen in love with. I've gone through about 10 tubes in the last few months. This is the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5 serum from The Ordinary. Now, with hyaluronic acid, you have to be careful because if your skin is dry anyway, then this can actually make your skin drier. The reason being, it clings onto the moisture in your skin, or it clings onto water for that boost of hydration. So what I like to do is, while my skin is still damp from washing it, or get a bit of water, wet my hands, tap, 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 and then put a few drops on my fingers. I rub it together, kind of pat into place, box pat, and then just blend out lightly and pat dry. I give it about 30 seconds to a minute before I move on to the next step, but this is something that I could not live without now, and it really has helped clear up my skin just by giving that boost of hydration without oiliness. Next, what I really recommend is a vitamin C serum. Now, people say you can use this in the morning or at night time. I personally prefer to use it in the morning, so it gives me that brightening effect. There's a couple that I've been really enjoying. There's one from Omorovixa, which is the Daily Vitamin C, but it is quite pricey. Now, I've recently switched over to The Ordinary. This is the Ascorbyl Glucoside Solution 12%, and this is about £6 or £7, and this is £85 for the full size. This is just a travel size. Don't worry, it's not £85 for that. You know what? I haven't noticed a difference in my skin since I've changed to this, in a good way, because obviously that price difference. So I'm going to carry on using this for now, and hopefully will not have any adverse effects. I started it this week and be really enjoying it. But vitamin C serum of your choice in a strength that your skin can handle is so recommended. It's helped clear up my scarring. I used to have really bad scarring on my cheeks and on my neck, because that's one of the worst places I'd get spots and lumps and bumps, and vitamin C has been a godsend. Now, the next product I would put on my skin is an SPF. There's a few different SPFs that I really enjoy. I would always use, personally, an oil-free SPF. I was using the Image 32 SPF, which is gorgeous. It's a really nice serum, moisturizer, but I've recently switched to this. This is from Ultrasun. I've probably been using this for about a month now, and I do think it's made a big difference to my skin. This is SPF 50, so you're getting even more protection. It's a once a day application, so I don't have to worry about reapplying my SPF, and it's waterproof. It's UVB, UVA and PA+, and it is for sensitive skin. Now, this stuff is incredible. I think it's about £30 here in the UK, but it's worth it. You get 50 ml, so with a normal moisturizer, normally 30 to 50 ml. And it's incredible. So what I would do with this is the only moisturizer that I use in the morning. You know, you don't have to go in necessarily with an SPF and then a moisturizer, because it could be too much for your skin. I've tried that using NMF, which I'll go on to with my nighttime routine, and mixing them together. It's just too much for me. So this gives me enough of hydration. Talking about SPF, I cannot stress how important it is to protect your skin from the sun every single day. And I'm talking 365 days a year, no matter if it's summer, winter, autumn, whatever, you need to be protecting your skin. And this is one of the things that I found helped most with clearing up my skin as well. Believe it or not, I used to always think that SPF would make my skin oily, would clog my pores and would break me out, but I could not be further from the truth. You just need to find an SPF that works for you. If you have dry skin, possibly having an SPF with an oil in it might help. For me, having oily skin, I would use an SPF that doesn't contain oil, and that is why I went with the Ultrasun version that is oil-free. So that is my daytime routine. I would then go in with makeup if I wanted to. At the moment, because my skin's cleared up, I'm actually feeling confident enough to go out without makeup on, which is crazy because I could never have done that say a year ago. I would not have even gone to the supermarket without putting a full face of makeup on because I was so self-conscious about my skin. Let's move on to the nighttime routine. So for the nighttime, I do like to give myself a proper cleanse, especially if I've been wearing heavy makeup. The first product that I like to go in with is always an oil-based cleanser. Now, foaming cleansers and things like that, they can be good, but they can also strip your skin of moisture. And just like I said, just because I'm oily does not mean that I don't want my skin to be hydrated. So I would always go in with an oil cleanser. My absolute holy grail is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I bought this literally a week ago and I've already gone through so much It has no scent, which is great. It doesn't irritate my skin at all. What I do is I go in with this 2 peas size amount, let's just say for example, and then I kind of just rub it all over my face, really get in there, probably cleansing for a good minute, and then I take a muslin cloth and I wipe that off. After I've done that, I will always go in with a second cleanser, but because we're double cleansing, you want to make sure that the second cleanser is nice and gentle. The one that I've been loving is from Ren Skincare. If you haven't heard of them, they're an amazing brand. And if you can see from the side here, you'll be able to see I've only got a little bit left, but I've repurchased this because I love it. This is the Rose Centifolia Cleansing Gel, and it contains Rose Centifolia, Aloe barbadensis, which is aloe vera, incredible product, and Rose Damascena to help soothe. So I would say having a second cleanse with either green tea, aloe vera, that kind of thing that's going to really soothe will help you, especially if you're trying to clear up acne. So I really enjoyed that this had aloe vera and I could feel the soothing effect on my skin. So I would go straight in with a second cleanse of this and let my skin dry. Right, let's move on to the next product. Now this product is probably the one that has helped the most, and if you have not tried it, you need to go and get it right now. And that is the Glow Tonic from Pixi. Now this stuff is insane. It's a 5% glycolic acid exfoliating toner. Now AHA, BHAs, I don't want to go too deep into that because we'll be here all day, but acids can really help to exfoliate the skin, not physically but chemically, which I prefer. Physical exfoliants can be too harsh, they can create micro tears in the skin, which is not good. This glycolic acid toner is amazing, and I actually think this is gentle enough to use every day, personally. Now if you're someone that is using retinol every evening, then I wouldn't recommend using this every evening because you're going to be doing too much to your skin. So I use retinol, which I'll come on to in a minute, a couple of times a week, and then I will use this every evening, and I really have noticed such a big difference in my skin, and it's so gentle. I love this giant size one. They do sell a lot smaller ones. This one was sent to me from Pixi and looked fantastic, so thank you for sending that out. Once I go in with that, I will leave it a couple of minutes because I really like that to soak in and for my skin to dry naturally, and then I will go on to my serums. Now for the evening, I do use a couple of more serums than I do in the daytime. I wouldn't recommend using more than 3 because it's going to confuse your skin too much and overpower it. What I go in with always, just like the morning, is my hyaluronic acid serum from The Ordinary. You're noticing a lot of Ordinary things here. Incredible brand, very affordable, so if you haven't tried it, their products are so cheap that you can try them, and they actually, I think, have a 365-day return policy, so if you do want to return something, then that is something that you can do if you're not happy with it, which is great. So hyaluronic acid serum always comes first. And then I would go in with this serum, and this is called Buffet. Now again from The Ordinary, this is a multi-peptide serum, and I will talk about more of the kind of sections of skincare that you want to get in to have a really good clear skin routine afterwards. But let's just talk about my routine first. So this is a multi-technology peptide serum, which is incredible for hydration and really renewing the skin. I love this. Then after that, I have a choice. If I'm using retinol, I would go in with that now because I only do that a couple of times a week. Let's say, for example, I did go in with the retinol now, then I use, you guessed it, The Ordinary. This is the Gran Active Retinoid 2% emulsion. Now there's different types of retinols. There's retinol, which is the old style, and retinoid, which is the new style. This is in emulsion, so it is very gentle on the skin. It's 2%. This is the most gentle one that they do. It's just enough, you know, kind of at the age I'm at the moment, I don't need a super strong retinol, so there's no point in doing that to my skin and using something that is not necessary. So I can go in with something that is more gentle, and I use that, like I said, a couple of times a week. Now after all these serums, you do want to really lock in that moisture, and the holy grail product for that is the NMF. This is Natural Moisturizing Factors and HA. HA stands for hyaluronic acid. God, that's a hard word to say over and over again, isn't it? So I use a little bit of this to lock everything in place. And yeah, I use this every night whether I use the retinoid or not. and that pretty much is my full skincare routine. There is a product that if my skin is having a really bad week, then I will use to calm it back down if you're traveling a lot, anything like that, and this is from Hylamide. Hylamide is another kind of section of the brand Deciem. Deciem owns The Ordinary, Deciem owns Hylamide, so it's kind of a part of that brand. And this is the Sensitive Fix Advanced Calming Complex. I will use this after hyaluronic acid instead of the buffet if my skin is feeling really red. It really calms down redness, and I find that this has helped a lot. I mean, you can see how much I've used. I'm right at the bottom here. So yeah, that is pretty much my full skincare routine, and it's really what's helped me clear my skin up. There are a few sections that I always, kind of recommend people look into for their skin, and that is always going to be a hydration serum, so hyaluronic acid, or a peptide serum, and then a retinoid. So with a retinoid, it's going to increase cell production and cell turnover. It's going to reduce your fine lines and wrinkles. So it really is an anti-aging product, as with a multi-peptide serum as well. Now the hyaluronic acid is just going to boost your skin with moisture, and then the vitamin C is going to fade dark spots and help brighten your skin over time. Again, obviously with the Pixie Glow Tonic, having an AHA or BHA in your routine will really help to reduce texture. So if texture is something that is a problem for you, look into using AHAs or BHAs. These are just different types of acids. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I gave you a bit of an insight into what helped me clear up my skin. If you use any of these products or these types of products, then definitely let me know down below. Let me know what's helped for you. If you think that something could help me, give me a little message down below if something's really helped clear your skin that could even help me improve my skin, then I'd love to know. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please give it a massive thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already, and join this rainbow family that we have going on here. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you know every time I post a video and you don't miss a thing. I'll place all of my other social medias down here, so please go and give me a follow on those, and I'll place my blog down there as well. Take care, guys, and I will see you on the next one.